everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Diamond. Today I'm reviewing the 2020 Sessi Wine Company Kylie Sauvignon Blanc. It's 13% alcohol by volume, and I can't remember how much I paid for it, so I'll look up the receipt. I really need to get better at like remembering to write down how much stuff is before I almost throw away a receipt. Should probably start learning how to take notes on this channel. Maybe I'll do it around like the 900th, 950 video. Anyway, also, no, I'm kidding, I'm not frozen, it's just screw top plus one. I want to mess with the people who say screw top plus one whenever I crack it on my channel, just because, I mean, you gotta change it up from time to time, right? Anyway, from a color standpoint, I'm gonna give you a pale lemon, no artifacts. No, you know what, I'm gonna give you medium lemon. Yeah, because there is the coloration to the edge, almost going to the tip. Medium lemon, no artifacts, no cloudiness. All right, so on the nose, woo, okay, so medium, it's medium on the nose, but the first two things I'm getting out of this are, I'm getting lemon and I'm getting freshly cut grass. There's like a slight hint of it's not fresh asparagus, I guess it's a like boiled asparagus, blanched asparagus. It's like asparagus that's been toned down, but smells like orange. Yeah, so I mean, very citrusy, very green aspect to this wine. Anyway, how does it taste? Medium plus acid, medium minus body. It tastes green. It does have what you smell is what you get on the palate. It does have those green notes. You get that grassiness. You kind of get that asparagus. There is the lemon. There is the orange. It's just a very green. It's like eating. It's like having a citrus salad, like where they kind of get the greens and then they'll like get pieces of orange and lemon and or like preserved lemon, and they kind of toss it all together with like a vinaigrette, which is kind of where the acid kind of plays into this. It's like having a citrus greens salad in a glass with a vinaigrette. That's what it's like. And as a matter of fact, those green notes get stronger as you have a few tastes. The one thing that does sneak in that doesn't necessarily present itself on the first few sips is there is like a minerality to it. It's I mean, it has like a kind of salinity that you can get reminded of with like an Albarino, but it has almost like a whetstone type of flavor that shows up in the mid palate and disappears partway through the finish. Anyway, so how does it rate? We don't know until we get to the blick. From a balance standpoint, I think I'm going to give you
one eternity later.
So I thought long and hard about this. I think what I'm going to do is ding you in another part of the blick. So from a balance standpoint, in terms of structure, in terms of what's there, I think you're gonna get a full point. If you were any less on the acid or any more on the body, I think it would actually be out of whack here. So, like I said, I'm gonna give you a full point here, but I will ding you a little bit later on. In terms of length, I get a medium minus finish, so 1/4 of a point. Intensity, now this is where I'm actually gonna get you here. So the intensity on the nose is medium. The intensity on the palate for the green aspects is medium plus. The intensity on the fruit elements, the citrusy things that I was detecting, is a medium minus, and that's pretty much the way it goes the entire way through, from the approach to the mid palate to the finish. It's like that the whole way through. I wanted things to be a little bit stronger in that fruity front because I think that would tone down some of the green elements if you had more fruit popping through. However, unfortunately, that just doesn't happen. So with that being said, I'm only gonna give you half a point here. And in terms of complexity, I'm getting green notes, I'm getting citrus. I get a few different citrus, I get a few different green notes, and then there's that slight pebble note. It's not, like I was hoping for a little bit more. I was hoping maybe for some apple or some passion fruit or gooseberry or like maybe some other things, because this is a California wine. It's not from a specific appellation on the label, so you had the potential to kind of incorporate lots of different elements into it, and I don't necessarily see that happening on the palate or on the nose. So with that being said, I'm going to give you another quarter point here because I'm not really getting any secondary notes. There's no tertiary, which I don't expect on a 2020 Sauvignon Blanc, and also you didn't impress me with the primary, so just like I said, another quarter of a point. So in the end, I am going to give you good. I mean, you got the points for it. This is a wine where it wasn't what I thought it was going to be when I bought it. I thought it could probably have a little bit of a wider range. I thought it would probably present more like a typical kind of green fruit / stone fruit forward Sauvignon Blanc from California. What this is it has some of those elements, and then it has some of these elements of like New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, and then it has this kind of funky green note running through it that, I mean, it's not like French Sauvignon Blanc where you kind of get more of what people sometimes love or hate when I say it, cat pee, which actually, I mean, I have 2 cats. Trust me, it does smell like that. You kind of get those elements, but it's like this weird, like, it was almost like it was picked young, and it had those green elements, or because it just didn't have time to like really ripen the way they should, in which it would probably have more complexity in the primary. Anyway, I'm probably overthinking this, but like I said, it's good, but there are better Sauvignon Blancs for the money. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you like today's review, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the Sessi Wines Kylie Sauvignon Blanc? I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you all again with another review from Wine on the Dime.